This is the second video relating to chapter 10 special purpose books. In video 1 we had discussed about single column cash book. Here in this video today we will be discussing about double column cash book or two column cash book. Now single column cash book is maintained when only cash transactions are recorded. Okay. When the firm or enterprise is having lot of bank transactions, then we will add one more column to the cash book along with cash column. Okay, so there are two columns, one for cash transactions and another for check and draft transactions or bank transactions. Okay, so in double column cash book there are two columns on each side, cash column for cash transactions and bank column for the checks and drafts. While depositing the checks and drafts in the bank, a pay-in slip is filled which act as a proof. Okay, evidence, documentary evidence. Then there is one transaction, two transactions we should say, cash deposited into bank and cash withdrew from bank for office use. In these two transactions, cash column and bank column on both sides of the cash book is affected. Such transactions are known as contra entry. I am repeating, contra entry are the entries which affect both cash and bank. Such transactions are recorded on both sides, that is, one effect will be recorded on the credit side and another effect will be recorded on the debit side. One of the effect will be in the cash column and another effect will be in the bank column. Okay, examples of contra entries are cash deposited into bank and cash withdrawn from bank for office use. For such transactions in the ledger folio we will write C so that we can identify them. Now to understand two column cash book, we are taking one illustration or example with following transactions. Okay, the first one, on September 1 the bank balance was 42,000 and cash balance was 15,000. Cash columns will always have debit balance and the bank column may have a debit balance or a credit balance. If there is a credit balance, then it is known as bank overdraft. That means we have overdrawn from our bank more than the amount which we had. Okay, so that is known as overdraft. Okay, it will be a credit balance, liability for us. So let's check the other slide. For bank balance and cash balance, on the debit side we will write two balance BD 15,000 and 42,000 rupees. Okay, on the debit side the cash and bank balance is recorded. Okay, two balance BD. Now April 4th, purchase goods by check, so the amount is going out. Payments are recorded on the credit side of the cash book, so by purchase, and in the bank column it will be 12,000 rupees. Okay, now September 8th, the transaction says that sale of goods for cash, rupees 6,000 rupees, goods sold for cash is coming in. So September 8th, two sales, cash column 6,000 rupees. Okay, just go through the transaction. September 8th transaction which says that sale of goods for cash 6,000 rupees. So that will be recorded on the debit side of the cash book. Okay, 8th September, two sales, and in the cash column it will be 6,000 rupees. Okay, I am repeating, I am underlining that September 8th, two sales, in the cash column 6,000 rupees. Okay, then on September 13th, the transaction says that purchased machinery by check. Okay, so machine is purchased by machinery and it is paid by check. So in the bank column 5500 rupees. When cash is coming in, we will record it on the debit side. When the payments are made, it will be recorded on the credit side. Okay, now after September 13, September 16, okay, sold goods and received check deposited on the same day. I am reading the transaction: sold goods and received check deposited into the bank on the same day. So September 16, two sales and the check is deposited into the bank on the same day. So in the bank column 4500 rupees. Two sales in the bank column 4500 rupees. Okay. After September 16, September 17, purchase goods from Marula in cash. It's a cash transaction, so it will be recorded in the cash book. Payment will be done. So by purchase, okay, by purchase 17,400 rupees. 17,400 rupees is paid for purchasing goods in cash. Now September 20, purchase stationery by check and the amount is rupees 1100. Okay, purchase stationery by check 1100 rupees. Payment is there, so it will be recorded on the credit side. By stationery 1100 rupees. Okay, stationery 1100 rupees. Now let's take the another transaction. September 24, check given to Rohit 1500. Check given to Rohit 1500 rupees. Okay, payment is done. So by Rohit 1500 rupees. Okay, by Rohit 1500 rupees. Next transaction, September 27th, cash withdrawn from bank. Now this is a contra entry. Okay, this is a contra entry, cash withdrawn from bank. Cash is withdrawn from bank, so cash is coming in, so cash column will be debited. Okay, on the debit side of the cash column we will write the amount, okay, to bank. Cash is coming in, cash has been withdrawn from bank for office use, so cash account is debited. So on the debit side of the cash column we will write the 10,000 rupees and the account credited is to bank. In the same manner, on the credit side of the bank column, credit side bank column, we will write to cash. Okay, journal entry we can say, no, cash account debit to bank. So cash account is debited and bank account is credited, and we will write C in the ledger folio. Okay, so contra entry to bank 10,000 in the bank column when bank is credited in the cash column, and here by cash and in the bank column 10,000 rupees. Now let's take another transaction. September 30, rent paid by check 2,500. So by rent September 30, by rent 2,500 rupees. Okay, 2,500 rupees. Okay, I am underlining that again. By rent 2500 rupees, paid by check. No, last transaction is September 30, paid salary 3500. So by salary nothing is mentioned, so cash column. Okay, by salary 3500 rupees. Now we have to find out the balances. Okay, cash column total is 31,000. From that, when we deduct 17,400, 3,500, we get a balance of 10,100. So in the cash column there is a balance of 10,100 rupees. Okay, that will be carried down. Similarly, the total of bank column is 46,500. From that we will deduct 12,000, 5,500, 1,100, 1,500, 10,000 and 2,500. The balance left is 13,900, that will be carried down. Okay, the balances will be calculated by finding the difference of the cash column for cash balance and bank columns for the cash at bank. Okay, at cash in hand is 10,100 and cash at bank is 13,900 rupees. Okay, all of you go through all the transactions, then we will solve few more examples to understand it in a better manner.